Now, there are basic skills that you need as a graduate. And the first thing is basic digital skills. Now, this includes knowing how to run Microsoft Office, Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, knowing how to set up a Google Meet, knowing how to set up a Zoom meeting. These are essential skills that you need to have once you graduate from the university. Now, the second skill that you need to have is basic communication skills. Now, this can include knowing how to express yourself properly, knowing how to speak, knowing how to communicate in the language that is expected of you. In Nigeria here, a language that we communicate in frequently in the workplace is English. Knowing how to put words together and knowing how to communicate is very important. Writing as well is also very important. Literally, I've seen people sending CVs that do not have a body, or seen people send emails that don't even have a subject line. So it's very important that you have basic communication skills, basic email etiquette. This is how to write an email. This is where to put an email will always have a subject, a body, and if necessary, an attachment. Now, you need to start off with a salutation, go straight to the point of what you're trying to communicate. The next skill you need to have is relationship skills. Business is all about relationships. The workplace is all about relationships. So knowing how to speak to people is very important. Knowing how to approach people is very important. I've heard some people say, my problem is not even talking to people. My problem is my facial expressions. I can't seem to hide disgust, which is very prominent, in the climate where we live. But it's very important that you're able to manage yourself properly. You're able to speak properly. You're able to approach people properly. You're able to communicate with people in an appropriate manner, not making lewd jokes, not making suggestive comments, nothing like that. It is very important to know how to build relationships. And we understand that in the workplace, relationships go beyond the paper. It's different from when you say, oh, I sent you an email. Did you see that? Some things can come off as passive aggressive, but it's so important to know how to build a relationship beyond the paper. Literally just walking into people's offices, saying what you need, greeting them can go a long way. That document you've been waiting for weeks can come in just simply because you said good morning in a cheery voice, right? It's all about how you communicate, your manner of approach. The next skill you need to have, which is number 4, is negotiation skills. Now, this is very important, particularly in business. If you're working in operations, you're working in finance, it is very important to know how to negotiate. Even if you're not working in any of those roles, it is very important to have this skill for yourself, especially when you want to negotiate your salary. You need to be able to say, this is the value that I bring, and because of so and so, especially industry standards as well, I believe this is what I should be earning. It will help you in life. It will help you in everything that you do, knowing how to have an upper hand when you negotiate and knowing how to communicate the value that you bring to an organization. And the final skill every graduate should have is the skill of taking ownership. Now, this basically means you take accountability. For example, a team is put under you. There's no need saying, okay, the team could not get the work done. Now, we could not get the work done because this person that was under me couldn't get the work done. When senior management is speaking to you, they're not going to say, why did A, B, C, or D not do their task? They're going to ask you, why is the team not productive? So you need to know how to take ownership, not just of the space that you are in, but even of the company as a whole. You need to be able to see your work in the light of everything that is being done. For example, for some of you in communications, you're working in fields where communications is more like a side piece, and it's not the main business. So a lot of times, big organizations, they're probably not even focusing on communications at that time. So you need to be able to link what you are doing to what the organization is trying to achieve. That is the best way to communicate your value. And that way you're taking ownership and saying that, I'm not just churning out tasks, I'm actually doing things that are bringing a huge return on investment for the company as well. This is particularly very important. Take ownership, be accountable for yourself, be accountable for your team, and be accountable for your actions. I see you in the next video.